Thank
I
you.
will ask, what time, Attorney Farolan, did you arrive at the airport I presume, represent Ms. Ortinez?
Around after lunch, Your Honor.
So it was already after lunch?
Yes, Your Honor.
That you got there?
Yes,
And what
Your Honor.
did you find?
Well, pagdating ko doon, nakita ko na po si Nanay Gloria. Yun yung first time namin na meet kasi nga po hindi ko alam kung ano yung connection namin nung nagpunta ako doon. Kasama na po niya si Maricon. Ang una po naming hinanap yung investigador. Pinakilala po na investigador was a female police officer.
So what is her name?
Si De Padua. If I remember, I think it was De Padua. One of the
She is a policewoman?
a police officer, Your Honor.
She was in
A female police officer, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your
She
Honor.
was in uniform?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
She was in the blue barong uniform of the police, Your Honor.
Okay, so please proceed.
Yes, sir. Then after when I asked her, I just want to note that she was the one who was said to be the official investigator, but in fact it was a different investigator who investigated Nanay Gloria Sunday night. So these are two different investigators because we want to also point out the importance of the gender aspect of the situation. When female detainees are being interviewed and subjected to interrogation by males. Sa amin po, may issues sa amin din yun dahil may epekto po yun sa tao.
Yes, naturally. But to get back, I just want to establish the timeline. Ano?
Nung pagdating ko po ng hapon, tinanong ko kaagad bakit hindi pa na-inquest. Ang paliwanag po nila, hindi pa raw naayos yung papel, kinukumpleto pa raw po nila, at inaantay pa na raw nila yung mga tao.
So wala pa yung anong sumunod na nangyari? But
nung nagantay pa po ako doon, nung nagantay po ako ay nung napansin ko na parang hindi gumagalaw. Nagtanong ulit ako, ba't hindi pa nag-inquest? Dapat kagabi pa nga to na-inquest na. So I became a bit insistent on the inquest.
What time was this?
This was already around 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Ang sinabi na nila sa amin, sa akin, isasabay-sabay na lang po namin. I think there were 2 other persons under custody with a similar case. Isasabay-sabay na raw sila. Sabi ko, bakit kailangan pang antayin nyo itong mga taong to? Dapat nauna nang na-inquest tong si Nanay Gloria. Well, they couldn't explain it. So, sige, tanggapin natin. It was still within the 32-hour period. So, by 4:30, around 4:30, doon na po kami gumayak papuntang Pasay City Hall, kung nasan po yung Pasay City Prosecutor's Office. Nung dumating po kami doon, mga past 5, we waited a bit, around 5:30, 6 o'clock, nag-umpisa yung inquest proceeding against Nanay Gloria. Siya po yung nauna. Then doon nga po pinresinta nung sinubente po ng police with the OTS personnel yung written investigation report, which also serves as the complaint against Nanay Gloria. The charge was violation of RA 10591 without specifying what particular section. Then when we further looked into the complaint, naka-attach na po doon yung mga statements, of course, ng OTS personnel. Ang lumalabas po na complainants doon was the police officer, CPO1 Ballesteros, and the 3 OTS personnel, Galang, Abella, and Rosal. Nung tiningnan na po namin yung mga dokumento, even their statements, so they were made to swear before the fiscal on the veracity and truth of the documents and the attachments. Nung tiningnan po namin yung attachments nila at doon po namin nakita yung larawan ng bala na sinasabi nilang bala daw na nakuha galing sa bag ni Nanay Gloria. Nakakapagtaka po dahil bago kami umalis sa presinto, the police station, before we left, I had the chance to have a glimpse of the bullet that was of the actual bullet which they said was the one they confiscated from Nanay Gloria, and it was totally different. The one appearing on the picture is it was short, stout, rounded tip, silver yung tinatawag nating projectile o yung tingga. I have a picture here. If
yan yung nasa red bag.
ito yung nasa red bag daw. Nilabas na, there was a picture,
Yes,
if
I'd like to have a look at the photograph and say. And then, yung pagdating ninyo sa Pasay City Hall,
they also, when we noted that, we asked Assistant City Prosecutor Willie Chan, Your Honor, if you, may you please request them to present the actual bullet. When they showed and presented the actual bullet, it was placed in a bag, in a resealable plastic bag, a small resealable plastic bag. It contained a red cloth pouch with some small, I think those were beads, a bead-looking. There were plastic beads, and there was also a bullet inside. But the actual bullet, if you'd notice, is long.
yes.
It was narrow, long, pointed, with a brown tip. I took the liberty of, actually, I asked the Honorable Prosecutor to have a photo taken of the a photo taken
Attorney
of the
Spocky,
pictures. Yes.
could you just submit that to the
yes.
pictures to the, before you continue, no, I'm not
Yes.
stopping you, to the committee so that we can have it part of our records.
Yes, Your Honor.
And at this point, I'd just like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Ralph Recto and Senator Sunny Trillanes. We'd also like to, well, she was here a while ago, acknowledge Senator Leticia Shahani. Guess she stepped out. Anyway, proceed.
Yes, Attorney Farolan. Okay, after you asked, you questioned the Assistant Prosecutor Chan
yes, sir.
about the bullets and asked for a photograph to be taken. What happened then?
So they produced this small plastic. It was a resealable plastic with those things inside. A red cloth pouch inside with some beads. I think small debris of plastics and a bullet. But if you compare the bullet was narrow. It was mahaba, patulis, mahaba, payat, patulis, at dark yung brown yung tingga, yung dulo, which was totally different from the one in the picture. The one in the picture was short, stout, rounded tip, and the color of the tip of the projectile was somewhat silver, indicating that it could actually be a reload of a 9mm reload.
Yeah, for the record, Mr. Chairman, I've looked at the photographs. The photograph that was taken in the airport is of, I believe, a 9mm cartridge, and the photograph that was taken in the Pasay City Hall is of a 30 caliber carbine cartridge, which is entirely different. One is a rifle cartridge, the other one is a pistol cartridge.
Actually, Your Honor, there is also a debate as to what the caliber of the bullet was. Even the other bullet, personally, I think it's a 22 long rifle type of bullet, the actual bullet that they presented. But unfortunately, even the police officers there cannot identify what caliber was the bullet presented before the inquest fiscal. And if you look at the complaint itself, it failed to indicate what was the specific caliber of that bullet which was confiscated with Nanay Gloria, allegedly confiscated.
All right.
In the belongings of Nanay Gloria.
Okay, let's move on from the bullet. What happens after all of this discussion with the bullet was concluded? What happened then?
The bullet was, the discussion on the discrepancy on the bullet, of the photo of the bullet and the actual bullet, was critical because it made the inquest fiscal decide that, well, there seems to be a reasonable doubt on the identity of the bullet which was allegedly confiscated from Nanay Gloria, which I think really made him decide to recommend to the city prosecutor to have Nanay Gloria released without need of bail, released for further investigation, and instead of elevating the case to court like what happened to previous cases, he recommended that the case be subjected to the regular preliminary conference process, Your Honor. The following day, the city prosecutor...
But
yes, sir.
Before the following day, at the end of the second day, was Manang Gloria still in detention?
Yes, Your Honor. She was, after the inquest proceedings, Nanay Gloria was brought back to the station where she spent another night. And the following day, she slept there. The following day, at around 10 o'clock, the Office of the City Prosecutor of Pasay City, City Prosecutor Fernandez, approved the recommendation of Assistant City Prosecutor Chan which, again, released Nanay Gloria without bail, without need of bail,
Yeah.
and recommending that it proceed not with a court, but with a regular preliminary conference process, Your Honor.
Very well. Thank you, Attorney.
Thank
I
you,
will ask, what time, Attorney Farolan, did you arrive at the airport I presume, represent Ms. Ortinez?
Around after lunch, Your Honor.
So it was already up.
Police officer.
What is
But
her
it-
name?
Si De Padua, if
De
I
Padua.
remember. I think it was De Padua. One of the, hindi ko alam kung ano yung connection namin nung nagpunta ako doon. Kasama na po niya si Maricon. Ang una po naming hinanap yung investigador. Pinakilala po na investigador was a female,
She is a policewoman?
a police officer, Your Honor.
She was in
A female police officer, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your
She
Honor.
was in uniform.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
She was in the blue barong uniform of...
After lunch.
Yes, Your Honor.
That you got there.
Yes,
And
Your
what
Honor.
did you find?
Well, pagdating po doon, nakita ko na po si Nanay Gloria. Yun yung first time namin na meet kasi nga po hindi ko alam